Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have an exciting video and I've been wanting to film this for a long time, but I've been pretty busy with my life. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to be reviewing slash showing you guys the Fenty collection from Sephora. It's Rihanna's new makeup line. And I got like a bit of everything. Yeah, I have like one of everything, and I will show you what I think of it and tell you what I think of it. So let's start. It launched on, I think it was September 8th. It was like a Friday. I unfortunately wasn't working that day and I was in the States. I was in Salt Lake City, and so I decided to go into to the Ulta there, and I was looking at it because I was gonna order it online just so then it got to my house, not so I could like purchase it there. So I ordered everything that morning online and then I went and looked at it. I was super lucky because a bunch of you guys probably already know that I work at Sephora, so I was lucky enough to get the training on it actually before it all launches and before anyone actually knew about it. So it was like a month before it launched. I got trained on it and I couldn't say anything. I couldn't tell anyone about it, but I like knew everything that got launched before it was on social media, like before any like beauty influencer knew about it. I knew about it. So we got this training that was held in a hotel, and it was like in a room all like secreted. It was all closed off, like we couldn't bring, like our phones had to be off. And then we went in, and I don't know if you guys know, but Kendo owns, Kendo is like a brand, and they own Fenty, they own Marc Jacobs, Ula, and Kat Von D. So there's like Sephora exclusive brands, I guess. So we had the global artist from Kendo. His name is Eric Soto, and he taught us about the Fenty, and it was really cool to watch. So I'm basically gonna start off with the primer first. That's like the first step that I would apply. So the primer it's called Soft Matte. That's what it is. And I have used these products before, but I just got the boxes to show you guys what they look like. I really like the packaging, to be honest. I think it's very sleek, it's very clean, it looks nice, it's very, very nice. I was not expecting this at all. Like when I walked into the room, I was like, what? I feel like it would be like a black packaging and really like edgy, but like no, Rihanna's actually very girly. So this is the primer here, and I'm just gonna put a pump of it on my finger, pump and a half on my fingertips. And what I like to do is just like rub it together with my fingers to warm it up, and then I like to put it in my T-zone and my cheeks. And so basically what this primer is gonna do, it's gonna be like, it feels moisturizing when you first put it on, but it's gonna like mattify and prolong the makeup wear, but also it's gonna like smooth out your pores as well. So it's gonna be pore diffusing, which is like one of my favorite things ever. But it doesn't feel like a silicone primer because it doesn't have silicone in it. It's not like that film feel. So that's why I like this one. I normally don't like any like pore primers at all. I like the hydrating ones, and I'm really liking this primer. And it doesn't make me like dry at all, which I like. So that's that one. And then I got like two foundations. I got like 240, which is like way too dark for me, and then I got 210. This is the one that I'm using today, and it says to shake well. Let's see. Medium to full coverage for all, long wear, light as air. That's basically what it says on the box. Yeah, so this one is 210, and then I also bought the foundation brush as well, which is like one of my favorite things of the whole line, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's like my favorite. It looks like this. I just cleaned it because it was dirty. But I really like the packaging of it. So this is the 110 foundation. And then this is what the bottle looks like. It looks like the primer, but with like white. Yeah, so it says to shake well. This one's pretty watery, and I've seen a lot of videos on like YouTube and stuff like that about like how it oxidizes, but the foundation itself doesn't actually oxidize. It's like a dry down formula. So because of the matte unique formula and how light it is, it dries down. So basically what it does is when it's kind of like what sometimes when I describe it as, like when I'm at work, it's like you know when you paint it on a wall and the color gets darker, like when it dries, that's basically what this foundation does. So it just gets darker when it dries, but once it's dried, it doesn't change color at all throughout the day. So I'm gonna start out with like 1 pump on the back of my hand and apply that. So, and also with this foundation, you want to start in sections. So like apply one cheek first and one area first, and then apply like on the other cheek and the other areas. Just because it is a matte foundation, if you like dot it all over your face, it will dry and you won't be able to blend it out, which is not cool. So this freaking foundation just like applies like my skin, and it looks like my skin, but it gives me the coverage that I want and like what I need to just like even it out, but it's not heavy at all. Like it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything at all, and it's so comfortable, and I really like it. I've been wearing it like for like a couple weeks and I've like loved it. I love it so much. Okay, so, and I also really like this foundation brush as well. Like a lot of the times I would never like pair, I'm gonna go in with another pump. I would never pair a foundation with the brush that it comes with, like just cause like I feel like all the other ones are fine. Like I just think a normal foundation brush would work good with any foundation, but this brush like seriously changes this foundation's life. Like actually. So you can see that this side is like dried down a little bit. Like if I went over it like that, it's like a little bit lighter. So I'm just blending it together. And it also builds really nicely as well. When I was in the training, I found that like the amount of layers of everything, like the highlight, the contour, everything like that, it didn't feel like I was wearing that much product. So it just like it doesn't look like, if you put powder on powder, it just like looks cakey, but with her stuff, like I found that it didn't do that for me, and I'm like super happy about that. Okay. Don't want a lot of coverage today. I want to go like a more natural look. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not that natural. This is a little bit too dark for me, the foundation, so I'm just gonna blend it down a little bit. I got this trio, and it is in the color medium 20, and it has bamboo, mocha, and trippin in it. So these are the matchsticks. These are actually like one of my favorite products. I think they're just so cute, the packaging, and like how they magnet together is just so like genius. Like it's so cool. So I really am loving the concealer. This one's in bamboo, and it's a cream to powder formula. All of them are. And so what they do is they go on over top of a matte foundation really nicely. I've tried this over like a dewy foundation, and no, don't use it. Just don't. It will separate. It doesn't look good. It like builds up, and this is the weirdest thing. So I personally don't suggest using it over a dewy foundation. You could set it and like make it super matte, and then you could probably do it, but I've tried it and it like looks so bad. So I just kind of like use this as a highlight / concealer. I really like the bright under eyes lately, so that's what I'm doing. And you can see that it doesn't move around my foundation. Like it blends right into it. I also, with the bamboo, I like to take on my forehead as like a highlight down the nose and on my cupid's bow and chin. Just because the foundation is a little bit darker than like my everyday skin color. So I just like to brighten up my face with it. So you can see like in this mirror, my face looks like airbrushed. It looks absolutely amazing. And I'm not just saying that. So that's what it looks like so far. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Trippin. This is like a peachy highlighter. And I'm gonna layer this. I'm gonna try, I have two highlighters. I have the Hustla Baby Mean Money one. Oh, I almost dropped that. Which goes really well with Trippin, I think. This is that one. But I'm also gonna apply on my favorite one, Trophy Wife. It's like my favorite of all time. So I'm just gonna put it on here. and a little bit on the cheeks as well. Just because it has that peachy tone, you can use it as a blush color. I'm just gonna rub it in with the same brush. And it's very, very subtle, but it still looks like my skin. And so with the formulation of those matchsticks, they are a little bit more like, I don't want to say waxy, but I'm going to say waxy. Because to get the cream to powder formula, it has to be a little bit harder. It can be like slick cream, or else it won't dry down. So with that cream to powder formula, you don't have to set it, you don't have to do anything like that. But I do like to set underneath my eyes, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. I grabbed also, I literally have one of everything, okay? Like, yeah, I went crazy. I grabbed the universal blotting paper, blotting powder. And then also the brush. This is the cutest thing ever. So it actually magnets together, so you don't lose the brush, which is like so smart. So it says Fenty Beauty, and then it opens up like this, and it has like, it's like more of like a pink color, not like a chalky white, it's kind of like the color of the primer, I think. And this brush just like goes up and down, and it has a little lid as well. So I'm just gonna apply this underneath my eyes. What I like to do is just take the brush, make sure there's no creasing, which there never is. I just do it by habit, and then load up the brush with a little bit of blotting paper and put it underneath my eyes. And while I'm at it, I just go around the nose as well. And also the thing that I like about this is that I can go back and layer that concealer or any matchsticks on top as well, which is like the best. Okay, so the last matchstick is the Mocha one. This one here is like the contour shade. It looks like that. I personally like to do a little bit of bronzing before this one, so I'll be right back and I'm gonna grab my bronzer. Okay, so what I'm gonna be using the Terracotta Bronzer by Guerlain. This is my favorite bronzer of all time. I'm gonna just dab my MAC, I think it's a 229 brush, I think. And I just like to warm up my face, so I'm just pressing it onto my skin, on the tops of my cheeks, and I'm gonna just dust it on my forehead as well. I'm just gonna watch in the mirror because I gotta hold my hair up. So I just like a little bit more bronzing, so I'm just gonna do that just a little bit. So basically what Rihanna was cutting it to is like the Fenty face. And the steps of getting the Fenty face is start with a matte complexion, so like the matte primer, the foundation, the matchsticks, everything is all matte, and then you layer that highlight. So with the matchsticks, first is the Trippin'. So anyone that you like, there's like a bunch of them. Layer that highlight, so layer with Trippin', and then like the highlight, get it really intense, and then the last step is blot on the fly. So that is either the blotting powder or the paper. And so I'm gonna take Mocha, and I don't like to do a lot of contour, it's just kind of not my thing, but I'm gonna just do a little bit there. And then yesterday I actually did the forehead as well, and we'll just kind of go with it. And then with the nose, I like to rub my finger on it and then start. And that's how I do it really soft. And rub it in with the finger. Sorry, I'm like not showing it. And I'm just gonna blend it out with the brush. And then with the brush as well, I'm just gonna swipe up. And everything just blends together, like, ugh. But it doesn't turn muddy at all on the face. She's literally genius. Her and her team are just so good. So I'm just blending out the forehead. And the thing that I like about this is that when you're blending it out, it doesn't move anything on the base because of the matte, that matte base. It doesn't move anything. So that's with that stick. Sometimes I'll do the chin as well, but I'm just taking the excess that's on my brush, and I'm still using the same brush. You can really use it for anything. And that is that look. I'm gonna show you guys sometimes what I'll do. I'll take the bamboo on my eyes, and I'll just rub that in with my finger. I did get lash extensions and they're falling out, but it's okay. They lasted me a very long time. And what I'll do actually is I'll just put the Trippin all over my lid. So that's the highlight color. Just have a little bit of shine on there. And then I'm gonna show you using these. These are the kilowatts. Kilowatt? Okay, so there's two sides in each kilowatt, and then there's two single ones. So there's 4 of these ones. So there's one that's like a subtle, which I don't like to use because I like to go intense. There's a subtle one, and there's also a more intense one. Sometimes the subtle one I like to use on clients, like on the nose, the cupid's bow, and the chin, and the forehead, just like make it a little bit more highlighted. And then I'll use this one on the cheekbones. So I'll show you that first. I'll do the more subtle one on my nose and the cupid's bow. And I'm just using a Morphe 310 brush. And then it's funny because this brush is like loaded with Trophy Wife. I'm so sorry. And I'll show you what it looks like, the less intense highlight. That's basically what it is. It's a little bit softer, but you still have that glow. It's actually layered with the Trippin highlight. And then I'm gonna take Hustler Baby and layer that so you can see how much more intense it is. And I like using a fan brush and then blending it down to that contour line. And I'm going to take this on my nose as well. So like you could stop there, and like that's kind of basically what the Fenty face is. And then you just blot on the fly. But I'm going to show you my favorite SKU of the whole line. It is called Trophy Wife, and this is the Kilowatt Single Freestyle Highlighter. I can show you. This is like the famous gold one. And I'm going to swatch it for you on my hand. Like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I just want that all over my body. Eric Soto, the one that trained us, he like showed that you like scrape off a little bit off. And I think it was like with body cream or the primer. And he like rubbed it on her neck. And it was just like, oh, I can't. Okay. I'm gonna take my 310 brush and I'll show you what this is. I'm just like dabbing. I normally just like dab a little bit, but I'll show you what it will look like. I don't know if you guys can see that, how intense it is, but like, ugh, I'm dying. Like, are you kidding me? I don't even know. Other side. I like to take it right up into my temple, just because that's kind of like what I do. And I take it on the nose as well, because I'm very extra. you can see that luminosity and like that glow, and it has like a sparkle in it too, which is really nice. But yeah, that is, oh, I forgot the best part. And then the next step is gloss, and this is the Gloss Bomb. This is actually one of my favorite SKUs as well, other than Trophy Wife, because it's so universal. And the wand is like huge, and it smells absolutely amazing. Like this one, we always have to restock. Like it's like always like out. So I'm just gonna put that one on my lips, and I love that it has like a glow, but it's like a natural color, and it has a sparkle in it too. Cause like my favorite thing is like a sparkly lip gloss. I'm like really into that stuff. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and put a little bit of Trophy Wife on my lids. I've been loving wearing Trophy Wife on my eyes. Loving. It's like actually like one of my favorite things to do. But like this and the things about this line, it's like, yes, it is for everyone, but skin prep is super important. Like if you've never used an exfoliator before, if you have like texture skin, you're gonna want to do like an intense skin prep, because like it just won't sit well on your skin. I've tried it on clients that have like the roughest skin, and it just doesn't sit well. So it is for everyone, but the skin prep is super important. Matching the color, letting it dry down so it matches your undertone is very, very important. Because like I don't want people to be disappointed, because like it's not disappointed, but sometimes it doesn't work for like everyone, and I've tried it on people and they're just like, no, like show me something different. I'm like, okay, but like it's just the foundation kind of, but everything else is really good. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions about the line at all, let me know down below and I can answer the questions. And if you haven't already, you can hit the subscribe button and join us in this family. I haven't been uploading videos, but hopefully that I can get into a schedule of uploading videos regularly. I have a couple other videos I'm gonna film after this, so it's gonna be really good. Gonna get it kicked off and started. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button so I know that you guys enjoyed it, and so I know kind of like what to do. It really helps me out. And comment please if you have any questions about it at all, or about me, or any video suggestions that you want to see. But anyways, I will let you guys go and have a wonderful day. Bye guys.